welcome back to my channel. This is the last part of me texting with Angela, part 12, which means the last part. So I'm gonna text him, gonna make him sing, and then we'll give him presents and maybe more. So hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for that. No. Quiet down.
No. Quiet down. Oh, hi. Welcome back. I've missed you.
Huh?
I don't know. Is this true love? I think so too. Are you my Romeo? I am your Juliet. Do you have a gift for me? It's a lovely ring. Wow. Do you remember when you first saw me? You said I was beautiful. I remember you walking down an alleyway between two big dingy dark warehouses. I was with my friends and we were lost. You saved us. It was a new part of town for us, a rough area. Remember our first date? For our first date you took me for a walk along the waterfront and we had fish tacos. I think we were hungry.
Sorry guys.
Do you remember when you took my paw in yours? It sent shivers right down to the tip of my tail. Shall I kiss you again? Great. You're such a good kisser. Life is full of surprises. What did you think about me at first?
You think you're perfect?
Nice to hear. I like to hang out with my friends. We go to the mall or some of our favorite shopping streets. It gives us something to do while we spend time together. I like having friends over for dress-up parties and for clothes swaps. I style them. It's lots of fun. Dressing up is fun and you learn something. Yes. What do you do with your friends for fun? I'm sorry. I don't know. There are several cafes where I usually hang out and meet up with friends, because it's fun. I have 3 best female friends. We went to school together and have known each other a long time. Do you have a lot of close friends? Lucky you, a posse. Oh, well, being misunderstood is common enough. I don't count friends. I have no idea how many friends I have. I'm just not interested in the numbers. I know a lot of people, but I'm not labeling all of them friends. They are just people who friended me on Facebook. I don't really know them at all. Who is your best friend? I think Tom is my best friend. How long have you been best friends?
Since 2 months ago.
Still working on getting to know each other. I've known most of my friends since I was a kitten. I haven't moved house at all that time. Unusual, I know. We love to go out all together, but it's hard getting our schedules to mesh. I am so busy. I have my blog, my photography, the styling work for the TV studio and my personal shopper work. Indeed. What do your best friends do? One of my girlfriends is traveling during her gap year. Another started work as an intern and is crazy busy. The first is quite adventurous. The second wanted to try work. The third is having fun at university. Are you ever envious of your friends? Perhaps one day you'll catch up with them. I'm envious of those friends who know what they want to do next. Do you like animals? Cool. Let's talk about pets. Do you have any other animal friends besides me? How nice. What pet do you have? If I had an elephant in high school, I'd take it to all my classes. They have an excellent memory. Do you keep your elephant in a cage or do you let it loose?
Keep it in a cage.
Oh, a control freak are we? Do you walk your pet elephant? Cool. I very much like to compare pets and their owners. Do you feed your elephant a healthy diet? As you should. And a shrimp cocktail for me, please. You are sure?
No.
Do you play with your elephant? If I had a pet elephant, I would too. Did you name your elephant after a hero? Cool. Keep it safe. The world's not ready for your heroic elephant yet.
I have an elephant that I make.
Do you dress your pet up? It'd better be stylish or you might end up in a fashion prison. The usual reason. Did your elephant go to the pet school? Having a dumb pet can be pretty boring. Does your pet elephant like the outdoors? I once let my pet hamster loose in the garden. It sent me a postcard from Amsterdam a week later. Does your elephant like children? Nothing better than a kid's pet for a good purr. Does your pet know any tricks? Cool, your elephant is obviously a genius. I once thought my hamster could dance, but it just ate all my salad and watched CSI Miami. If you could have any animal as a pet, what would you have?
I have a bear.
I can barely bear to picture a bear as a pet. Would you have a zebra for a pet? Me too. I would use it as an inspiration for designing pajamas. How about a chameleon for a pet?
No, I don't like chameleons.
Right, I think its camouflage skills would make him harder to find than car keys. Do you think a lemur could be a pet? I agree, one lazy family member is enough. How about an elephant for a pet? Would you have one?
Yes.
Me too. They don't eat cats, do they? Would you ever have a pig as a pet? Pigs are smart. Do you think they could be butlers? You're right. We shouldn't be pig-headed. What about a bat? Would you share your room with a bat? Would you also be ready to move into a cave together with your pet bat? But you know it won't give you superpowers, right? Would you also sleep upside down? Good luck, then. I hear chinchillas are some of the furriest pets. Would you ever own one? I bet you could generate a lot of sparks by rubbing them with a balloon. Hey, would you have a penguin as a companion? You're right. The poor penguin would be sweating all the time. Would you ever have an octopus as a pet? I would too. My pen's running low on ink. Cool, let's pretend you have a bear. Does your poodle guard you well? Good for him. Good for both of you, actually. Did you name your poodle after some hero? Good for him. I hope he's a Hercules. Or Zeus. Where does your dog sleep? Dog house, couch, your bed? As it should. A house is for house cats only. Does your dog like to chase cats? And that's all it can hope for. A chase. They'll never get us. I agree. Does your dog know any special tricks? Can your dog catch a frisbee in the air? Does your dog throw the frisbee back? On then. You wake up. Does your dog like riding in a car? Does your dog need trimming or brushing?
Trimming.
Do you put clothes on your dog? I hope they're stylish. Do you give your dog presents for its birthday or for Christmas? Roses are red, violets are blue. I made a love quiz just for you. Hey, sweet. B, let's play.
Sweet.
One, love gives us wings. True or false? A, true. B, false. Just count all the butterflies in your stomach and multiply it by 4. 2. While looking at someone you love, your pupils get smaller. A, true. B, false. They get bigger. 3. When two people in love sit close to each other, their heart rates synchronize. A, true. B, false. Two hearts really do beat as one when you're in love. 4. Long ago, illiterates signed documents with a cross and then kissed it to show their sincerity. That's why X nowadays stands for a kiss. A. True. B. False. And it also looks like crossed lips. Sort of. And a bonus question about those butterflies in the stomach. How do they get in? A. When we stare open-mouthed. B. When we trip head over heels. C. They're always there, ready to flutter. Burp. I agree. Ta-da, we're through. You got 4 out of 5 points. I have a little gift for you. Talking Tom's Cute Love Stories. Click here. http://outfit7.com/. Okay. Are you a movie fan? Great. Let's meow about meowies. What do you like more, watching movies or reading books? Really? The only type of reading that would get me to stop watching a movie would be a fashion magazine. Do you like going to the cinema? A huge screen, excellent sound, a crowd gasping in unison. You can't get that in your living room. The usual reason. How do you feel about people talking in the cinema? If it's a blockbuster action flick, the explosions can drown their chatter out. Just don't talk during a romantic movie. I never miss a romantic comedy. They're my favorite type of movie. Do you like rom-coms? I sometimes get too mushy when watching rom-coms. I get this really stupid grin that Tom makes fun of. I don't know. Who do you think is the hottest actor right now? Jessica Biel is a good actor. Do you watch the Oscars? Yup, I never fall asleep during the red carpet. That's the best part of the Oscars. Never mind why. Which Oscar-nominated movie did you like the best? Do you go see movies on opening weekend? I hate hearing spoilers. The sooner I see the movie, the better. Surely you can guess why. How do you watch movies at home? Do you borrow them, rent DVDs or use some cool subscription? Nice. I like watching deleted scenes and listening to the comment. Do you prefer DVDs or Blu-rays? Do you watch movie trailers? Me neither. They give away too much. When they play them before a movie, I text my friends. Do you check imdb.com after watching a movie? Me too. I read all the trivia and laugh at the goofs. Do you decide which movies to watch or not to watch depending on their IMDb rating? Tom likes to watch sci-fi movies and I watch them with him. Which do you prefer, Star Trek or Star Wars? Tom likes Star Trek. He likes to pretend he's a Vulcan like Mr. Spock because he's got pointy ears. Boys.
Sorry for that. No, no, no.
No.
Okay, I'm back, guys. I just used the bathroom a bit, so let's get back with it.
What movie have you seen recently? Did you like it?
Yeah.
If your life was a movie, what genre would it be?
Classical?
What do you eat in the movies? Popcorn smells good but I avoid it. I'd rather eat straight butter. Yum. Definitely. Who's your favorite actor? Who's your favorite actress? Do you like 3D movies? Me too, but I can't resist swiping at stuff with my paw. Never mind why. Do you think 3D movies are worth their extra price? Have you seen the final Harry Potter? The people look like I don't know. I really enjoyed Avatar and How to Train Usual Reason. Some of the best movies, so you're like that mouse from a joke. Two mice are chewing on the DVD and one says, the book was better, wasn't it? You are sure?
No.
Do you have a favorite book that got made into a movie or a favorite movie that came from a book?
Favorite movie that came from the book?
I suppose the classic book to film is The Lord of the Rings. That was a terrific set of films. I loved the films made from the Harry Potter books. I like the fantasy thriller Beautiful Creatures. Then there's the new Stephenie Meyer's book to film Project the Host with Saoirse Ronan in the lead role. There is an unearthly beauty to her. All us Twilight fans will go to see that one. They'll want to see if it's as good as Twilight was. Not that it was really that good in my... Did you see Cersei and Hannah? I like that. I'm looking forward to seeing Asa Butterfield in his next film, Ender's Game. He looks well cast for the character. Ender is one of my favorite books being made into a film at last. Right. Quick question, celebrity chit-chat, yay or nay? Sweet. Let's talk about celebs. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you gossip? Wow, you're a master gossiper, I bow to thee. Are you good at identifying false rumors? Years of practice, eh?
Yep.
What would you do if you heard Zayn Malik has a new tattoo? Would you tell your friends right away? Search for pictures? Sorry, you'll have to do your own Googling. Fine. How do you keep up with celebrity gossip? What are your sources? Which celebrity do you find hot right now? Alright. If you could exchange your life with a celebrity for a month, who would you choose to be? Kendall? Just don't forget your friends when you're famous and you become the next Kendall. Have you ever seen a celebrity in person? Lucky. Who did you see? Cool. Taylor's a real sweetheart with a stunning voice. Did you get a chance to talk to them? Awesome. What did you talk about? I'm typically quite busy every day. What have you done today? You are so adventurous. What did you do yesterday? Do you watch a lot of TV? TV shows are fun, but soak up too much time. I never think I watch a lot of TV. I often do other things while the TV is on. Do you exercise every day? How do you exercise? I live such a busy life. I get a lot of exercise just walking to things. I don't have a car. What do you hate doing? You could try licking them clean. I hate doing dishes. It gets my fur all wet. Why are you saying no? That's a definite no? Right. Going to Paris is my big dream. Do you like traveling? It's great, isn't it? I'm curious about so many places. Have you ever been abroad? Where have you been so far? Glad to hear it. I've visited some famous travel destinations around the US, seen a little bit of Europe and Japan, and been to Jamaica recently. Tom arranged the Jamaica trip as a treat for his friend. Do you like traveling? I think everyone likes it. Traveling is all about new things. I like trying new stuff. What do you like best, big cities or little towns?
Big city's the best.
Me too. I love city life. The commotion, the action is energizing. The mix of people, food and fun impresses me. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Uh,
HM, Milan, you say. What's so special there? I've got a year off and I want to travel. I'm just planning my next trip so I can look forward to it. I'd love to go to Fashion Week. New York, London, Milan, Paris, at least one of them. Which one would you choose?
I'm choosing New York.
New York rules, but when it comes to Fashion Week, I'd rather go to Europe because their designs are more unique. I'm absolutely in love with everything about France.
France.
What about France? Where would you go for a romantic getaway?
I
wanna go to Paris so bad. Paris is a must for every fashion-conscious traveler. Gosh, I could talk about Paris and fashion for hours. France? I always like to experience a city the way the locals do. Do you read travel guides? Do you rely strictly on them? I usually check travel guides, but I find it more fun to learn from locals. When in Paris, do as the Parisians do. They know the best places and when to be there. What would your perfect romantic day look like? My perfect romantic day in Paris would start with coffee in one of the legendary cafes, followed by shopping and a boat trip on the Seine. Caffeine, the joy of shopping, followed by a rest on a boat sounds lovely. Who do you travel with? It takes some guts to go alone. Were you ever in danger? I've mostly traveled with my parents so far, and our high school class went on a couple of trips. It was supposed to be educational. Do you like school trips? Which one was your favorite? I loved school trips. They were so funny and crazy. We managed to get away from the teachers sometimes and do stupid stuff. How do you like to travel? Yeah, curling up on your seat high up in the sky, listening to music and watching movies. The usual reason. Do you have a car? Great, so I know who to call when I need a chauffeur. I don't know. My parents won't get me a car until I get my license. They want me to be a legal driver. Fine. Do you sing in the car? What's your favorite road trip song? My favorite road trip song is Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. It's 'cause you can really ham up the different parts in it and do dramatic acting gestures as you sing.
Stop it that time. That's enough, okay?
I like to listen to singers with powerful voices and I love to sing along. But usually I can't sing much as I'm not alone in the car. Amazingly, some people don't like me to sing while they drive. Where do you like to stay while traveling? Comfy, but I prefer hostels. I really love good kitty hostels. They can be great places to meet people and when they're comfy and cozy as well. Aced it. A place designed for cats is more comfortable than the usual hostel. Do you travel light? Me too. Well, at least one way. I leave my travel bags half empty so there's room for my shopping. What's the one thing you always take with you on your travels? I don't go anywhere without my cell phone. To be out of touch is terrible. Plus it amuses me. That's a definite no. I have a cute story from the karaoke bar. Wanna hear?
Sure.
Cool. Tom and me went to a karaoke bar. He took me on a date. Tom chose You're the One That I Want from the movie Grease. It's a fun duet we could sing together. In the middle of the song he started dancing wildly. It's hard to resist the song's catchy rhythm. He didn't notice a spilled drink on the floor. He slipped and fell on his back. He can be clumsy sometimes.
Ouch.
When he fell, he screamed woo-hoo-hoo in time with the song's chorus. Everybody clapped. It was an amazing coincidence. It was the most hilarious and the cutest thing I've ever seen him do. Ooh, I have an idea. You're gonna love it. Let's talk about you for a change. I have some fun questions. Ready?
Yes.
Great. Would you rather A. Walk barefoot. B. Wear shoes that are 2 sizes too small for you. Mouch. Nice to meet you, Cinderella's stepsister. Would you rather A. Fly planes. B. Ride trains? Yup. If you want to understand birds, you've got to see things from their perspective. So, can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Great, I have so much to gossip about. Just kidding, a backpack or a handbag? Welcome to the Glamour Puss Club. Would you rather A. Have 9 lives, B. Be young for the rest of your life? Well, you're almost there. They say, adopt a cat and never get old. If you'd get stuck on a desert island, would you rather be A. Alone, B. With the most annoying person you know? A happy endings. You might end up as best friends. Haha, I see you rolling your eyes. Did you know you can't lick your elbow? Well, why didn't you try it? Can you scratch behind your ear with your big toe then? Talking Ben can do that. Whoa? Are you sure you're not a dog?
My cat.
I didn't know that. Regarding cartoons, Tom or Jerry? Good answer. You're getting out of this without a scratch. If you could turn into a kitten, which color of fur would you like to have? A. Black. B. White. C. Tabby. D. Ginger. Blending in, right? What would you rather do for world peace? A. Walk on hot charcoal. B. Eat a sea cucumber.
Yuck.
If you were a superhero, would you rather A. Fly, B. Be invisible? So you could spy on people? Tisk tisk. Do you like high heels?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm glad we share this inclination. Would you rather build A stone house, B. A wooden house? Aren't you a smart little piggy? I have a riddle for you. Zebras are A. Black with white stripes, B. White with black stripes. Is this your best shot? It's the other way around. They told me so. Glasses or contact lenses? So you don't need glasses to make you look smart. Do you prefer action or romantic movies? Oh, me too. Bring some chocolate and tissues. Would you rather become A. Popular fool, B. Ignored genius? Something like a fail compilation star? Surely something. Nothing? So if I can think of an example, you will be proven wrong. Which one is your dream residence? A. A tree house. B. A submarine. C. An igloo. Oh yes, with a glass dome. You've got a permission to take me with you. Would you rather spend a day listening to A. Stupid music, B. Stupid jokes? Really? I'll start. What do chalkboard and salad have in common? They're both green and really good for you. Tasty. Does the luck of others A. Frustrate you, B. Make you happy? Good. It should. Your iPod is stuck on one song. Would you rather be it A. Justin Bieber's Baby, B. Size Gangnam Style? Kyure neo hey kyure baro neo hey. Yeah, it's cool to listen without knowing what it's about. Would you like to be a famous explorer discovering new worlds?
Yes.
Me too. Take me,
Oh.
take me to the end of the world and beyond. Do you suffer more when it's A. Blazing hot, B. Freezing cold? Growing a worm fur helps a ton. Can you type without looking at your phone? Cool. Me too. Blind texting ability is one of the most useful school byproducts. How would you rather drop a love note? A. Via SMS, B. With snail mail? Yeah, short, sweet and simple. Less is more, I agree. Would you rather spend your day A. Surfing the internet, B. Surfing the ocean? Look into my eyes. Swoosh swab room. Surf's up. Do you like board games? Can't beat an evening with friends that ends in you ruling the world. So, Harry Potter or the Lord of the Rings? The best part of Harry Potter is the cats. How would you rather win a game? A. The easy way, B. The hard way? I like to boast sometimes too. Bring them down. Yeah. Do you think cats bring good luck? And what do you bring? Any goodies in your pockets? Makeup? Yes or no? A touch of magic doesn't hurt, does it? Hint hint, my wardrobe. Which superhero would you be? Batman or Superman? Leona? I thought you would say my dad. Would you rather go on A. A photo safari. B. A sail down the Nile. Oh, yeah, through the land of the holy cats. Bow infidel. Are you A. Right-handed, B. Left-handed, C. Why do you ask? So you're always left to be right, right? Surely something. Nothing? So if I can think of an example, you will be proven wrong. No apologies are needed. Would you rather A. Wash and hang clothes, B. Do the dishes? Really? What's your trick? Do you lick them clean? Do you like talking to people? Cool. I love to chat. The epic one. A. Wile E. Coyote, B. Roadrunner. Meep, meep. Where would you rather live? A. Underwater, B. In space. Really? But you can only float there. Would you rather A. Cheat, B. Fail the test? Wah wah wah. You should go and talk with some cheetahs. Do you think storms are A. Cool, B. Scary? Great. Don't make me angry and save yourself from a storm or two. Which dance do you like better? A. Cha-cha-cha, B. Waltz. Great. We should try it sometime. As long as you don't have two left feet. Could you live without your phone? Phew. I couldn't live without your phone either. Do you floss? Yeah, me too. Bling bling. How strong is your willpower? Can you eat only one piece of chocolate? So I'll have to hide it from you. Good thing I asked. Does exotic food A. intrigue you, B. disgust you? You should be more adventurous, though I wind out some complaints too now and then. What do you think is more fun to play with? A racket, B. a ball. Who cares about a racket? There are so many games to play with the ball only. How do you like your books? Thin or thick? It takes some time, but sometimes it's rewarding. I have a joke for you. Ready? Two mice are chewing on the DVD and one says, the book was better, wasn't it? Surely something. Not nothing. Something, you are sure?
No.
Would you rather be A. completely furry, B. completely bald? Yes, nothing compares to being really soft and cuddly. I could do with some music here. Are you into music? Me too. I love listening to music. What's your favorite thing to listen to right now? I like Lady Gaga. I think it's the combination of the sound and the fashion look that appeals to me. Her stage performance is sound and music blended. Her outfits are so striking, not exactly fashion but masterpieces. Do you have a favorite Lady Gaga song? One of my faves is Telephone 'cause I love Beyonce too. I get swayed by the video performances. It's hard to choose one favorite. Who else do you really like? I like Adele. She has a really soulful, beautiful voice. Listening to her makes me want to be a singer too. The usual reason. I just adore Adele. Her voice is magnificent and it feels like she's singing about my life at times. Do you like her too? She just gets better and better. I hope her voice lasts. Never mind why. Which tracks off her albums do you like best? Her songs get played so much on the radio that I'm almost overexposed to them. So I have no favorite. They become like oral wallpaper. I really like Rolling in the Deep even though I hope I never feel that I have scars of love. I love the sound of the song, its rhythmic structure as well as the lyrics. I like the 19 album. Adele wrote the songs when she was 19 so they really connect for me being 18. I'm 18 now. Will I like 21 even more when I'm older? What kind of music do you yourself like? I admire singers who make fashion statements as well as performing. I love to see original clothing choices while I'm listening to good music. I forget. My favorite is Lady Gaga but I also liked Amy Winehouse. I was sad when she died so early in her career. She was becoming a style icon with that big hair, 60s makeup, and sexy clothes. Are you sad? I like to talk about my problems with my girlfriends. Okay. Are you feeling depressed about this? What seems to be the matter? You'll always have a version of them inside your head. The usual reason. I got pretty depressed one time when I'd just started high school. Want to hear about it? This story is about a bad patch I went through. I was greedy for success. I was new at school, hadn't made lots of friends yet. I wanted to live in the countryside. I was feeling alone a lot of the time, cause my parents weren't around. The art department announced they were holding a fashion-themed contest with a grand prize of a trip to the US Fashion Week in New York. They got someone to donate the trip. They had a big shot local fashion company sponsoring the contest. This is mine. I thought. I knew I was good at design. I overreached myself. I really thought I was that good. I made this big model of a runway show with a catwalk, curtains, models, and tiny dresses. Just not one of my skills. My cat models looked like hairballs wearing cute dresses. I didn't even get in the main judging round. I felt such a failure. And everyone noticed because I'd boasted I was going to be so great and win easily. I got really depressed. I had no one, but my parents noticed how quiet I was. They quizzed me about what was wrong. They were ever so understanding. My mother took me out shopping to cheer me up. My grandfather came and visited and got me involved. My friend Roger came round and cheered me up. I started to feel better. Then my parents announced that as I'd worked so hard on my fashion, they knew how much I love fashion. They would come with me for a couple of days and I could see some of the show. I was so excited and thrilled. And that's my depression story. How long have you felt like this? If I feel out of sorts, I go for a long walk in the park or somewhere refreshing. Somehow I end up at the shops. Then I feel better. I don't know. Interestingly, research by a game called Sparks shows that playing the usual reason. It's unclear whether in a depression, one feels unable to influence one's environment. Games are designed to make one feel powerful, but never mind why. Does anyone else know about this? And that didn't work. Talking usually makes me feel better. Even texting one of my girlfriends helps. Pinning down exactly what about this situation is bugging me somehow helps. Because, when I'm depressed, I eat chocolate ice cream. I'm jealous. I'll have to go get some now. Do you really want to know why? Eating something normal can help you feel better. Eating ice cream is normal for me, because it's fun. Going over the top and picking out or starving yourself won't help. I know it's a cliche, but counting your blessings really does work to make you feel better. Surely you can guess why? I usually start counting in front of my clothes closet, because it seemed reasonable. I either find the bright sadness makes the world a great place. I suggest putting on really colorful clothes to cheer you up. I don't know. Hey, I've been busy with some. Alright. I'll just have to go ask someone else. Then I will stay with you, if that's the way you feel. How about remembering the best days of your life? Okay, I can understand you're not wanting to go back there even in memory. Sometimes I put on my sunglasses and pretend nobody knows who I am. Love so well. I did want to be alone. Almost everyone is keen on sports. How about you? Fine. I can give sport a rest.
Okay. Okay.
I think this is a pretty scenic neighborhood. Maybe there are enough photos in the world. Sometimes it gets too quiet round here. I usually keep my reader in my purse. Are you into books? I'm a bookworm. I love curling up on my favorite fluffy cushion with my Kindle and disappearing into another world. All the worries and pressures of my day disappear when I'm reading. What kind of books do you read?
Little Red Riding Hood.
When I was younger, I read all the Harry Potter books. I wanted to be a magic user, not a muggle. Don't you wish you could go to the new studio place? I watched the Rupert Grint interview. I don't know. As I got older, I moved on to I like the weird relationships between humans and soup. They are about a witch in a world with werewolves, vampires, demons, and pixies, and that's the setup. You have to accept the existence of magic for those with the right blood. Have you read any of Kim Harrison's books? Great. I love the way she writes. It's so exciting. The usual reason. It's nice to have lots of thick books to read all in one series. They last for longer and it's more immersive. Recently I read the Hunger Games trilogy. Aren't they great? I don't like violence at all, but I was glued to the pages. I thought I would hate them, but I loved them. Never mind why. Did you see the film of the Hunger Games? Didn't you love it? Do you prefer Peeta or Gale as Katniss's boyfriend? Gale reminds me of Tom, A true hero. I love books about fashion and shopping. They deal with things close to my heart. Life is full of surprises. My favorite shopping series is The Confessions of a Shopaholic books by Sophie Kinsella. Have you read them? Sometimes I feel just like her heroine Becky Bloomwood, always getting into trouble for too much shopping. I don't know. I think I found a soulmate in Sophie Kinsella. She just seems to describe my life in these books. Enthusiasm for shopping and loving to help people with style problems. I bought each of the books in the Shopaholic series. I like to imagine being Becky. Not a thing? What are you reading now? Why do you like it? I'm reading a bio of Chanel, Coco Chanel by Justine Picardi. It just seems to be in my genes. Really? She had such an amazing life and influenced how so many people dress. I'd like to achieve that. I'm also loving Zero History by William Gibson. It's about the connection between fashion trends and secret brands and advertising. It's really poetic and strange and enthralling. I'm warming to you. Do you ever read horror stories? You like to be scared? I only like the ghost horror stories. It reminds me of that time with the rat. Do horror stories linger in your mind afterwards? I get bad dreams from them. Okay. Do you watch horror movies? I only watch the psychological horror sort and only if I can hold Tom's paw very tight. Never mind why. Do you own a lot of books? Some musty old books make me sneeze. So I really prefer ebooks. The usual reason. We have hundreds of books in our house. We all love reading and are the collecting sort. My mother has lots of interior design and art books. My father has a collection of books on politics, economics, and history. He's a lecturer in political science. Then there are my fashion and design books plus all the fiction. My mother uses books as props in her interiors, so I'm always on the hunt for where my books have vanished to. Another reason for it, she can't use them as props. Safely invisible. Do you use electronic books? Which kind do you have? I'm reading various books: journalism, photography, psychology, anthropology, travel, and even how to watch out for danger, ready for when I go traveling. I dislike books that are dry and tedious or written in an inaccessible style. I don't like reading to be hard work. Someone loved them enough to write them, but books don't last forever. Especially if no one wants to read them. They get thrown out. They take up space. I don't think anyone will ever clean out their Kindle. Are there some subjects you just hate? Like what? To train your brain. There are also too many books about business, making money, self-help, and health. Books on war or politics I totally avoid. They make me fall asleep. Subjects of just passing interest I read online rather than amassing even more books. I don't need the physical book around if I'm not that interested in its subject matter. Maybe they'll get saved as ebooks. Have you heard of the Internet Archive? The Internet Archive is a sort of Noah's Ark, keeping one copy of every book that ever was. It's a sort of gene bank for writings. We never have to lose anything written ever again. Books cannot go extinct. The usual reason. The best cure for boredom is to get active. It does take a lot of balance and practice. I think some sort of exercise is a good thing. I don't want to turn into a fat cat. Do you ever worry about diet and exercise? Did I just hear my cell ring? No, must have been yours. I'm so addicted to my phone. Are you the same? But aren't you using it right now? I use my phone to stay connected to my friends. Are you the same? Okay. Let's get connected. I'm a very sociable cat. I love to keep in touch with my friends. I like to know what they're up to. Do you keep in touch with friends and family constantly? Do you put your life on hold when the phone rings? Do you have a Google Plus account? I've not bothered with Google Plus. No one cares about it. And it's been there forever. No one I want to know uses it. While Google Plus has never caught on with my group, so no point in using it. I don't know. Do you read blogs? What are your favorite blogs?
Fashion blogs.
I love reading blogs. Anything from street fashion to celebrity red carpet. I guess I just have wide-ranging interests. For my blog, I asked people what they want me to write about next or tell me things they thought I should follow up on. It's hard to think of new things to write about week after week. Sometimes you can do good things by blogging. Never mind why. I chased down a new designer who was only selling stuff at markets and got her noticed. Since you don't read blogs, do you have a favorite fashion magazine? What is it? The Man Repeller site is my favorite. A hilarity article on what to wear when you feel blah was great. So occasionally I have a bad start to the day and can't think what to wear. This rule helps cheer me up and set me on my fashion feet. Man Repeller's digital closet idea of playing with photos to unleash one's inner stylist saves major expenditures. I can experiment with photos of clothes rather than buy real ones. She's not so repellent after all. He loves her style. When I want pictures of cute animals or weird science, I go to read Nerdy Christie's Science Sushi. It's well written, has excellent photos, plus I like the article on the science of makeup, though I only wear a small amount. I'm interested in the evolution of behavior. Right. But the stuff on parasites grossed me out. She thinks sharing the process of science and keeping labs transparent will help the general public get more involved in science. Do you microblog or do media mashups? I used to blog for our local paper for years. They liked the fact that it was about local people and events. I think my father meeting the editor of the paper and telling him about my talent for styling and writing was why they looked at me. There's nothing like a personal connection to shine a light on new talent. Having a blog is work. Writing a weekly column, I like to think I may have an effect on people's thoughts and perhaps how they dress. If you wrote a blog, could you find lots to blog about in your everyday life? I'm always seeing clothes that give me ideas, or reading stuff. The usual reason. What non-fashion magazines do you follow? My favorite non-fashion magazine is Wired because I like reading about the cool tech and the weird science. Isn't it enough to be fascinated by the latest science and tech? Do you use Twitter? Ever tweeted anything you shouldn't have? I used a Twitter back in the US. Some of my tweets got retweeted and reached the wrong ears. I do follow some of my fashion icons' tweets. Lady Gaga at Lady Gaga puts up photos of new clothes and jewelry. Her dirt cheap plastic looks fantastic tweet made me feel I had an inside track on a new song. Don't you think it sounds like it's going to appear in one of her songs soon? Georgia May Jagger at Georgia M. Jagger shows off cool stuff like her Russian I also like feeling an insider by following the trade fashion paper at Women's Wear Daily. It's the trade press and like Reuters, it gets the news first. Let's play my dinosaurs quiz. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Perhaps you find TV stars the ones to watch. But perhaps you'd still like to chat about TV? Okay, I'll believe you're one of the few who don't care about TV. One pleasure that goes with watching TV is eating ice. Are you one of those who use ice cream as comfort food? Yes, let's go pick out verbally at least. I think the worst thing about living in the Stone Age would be having no ice cream. Refrigeration is so cool. It stops food going off and it makes having ice every day possible. Do you like ice cream? It is the ultimate pleasure of civilization. Really? Which do you think is better, ice cream or milkshake? Yes, it is luscious stuff. The usual reason. Which is your favorite ice cream flavor? I'm not a fan of fruited ice cream. So we are alike there. I am always torn between chocolate and vanilla. Vanilla is so full of creamy goodness, but chocolate is so rich and chocolatey. Vanilla and chocolate both come from tropical flower seed pods that smell so good. Must be why it's hard to choose between them. I usually have a double cone with both flavors. I know, I'll be a fat cat one day. If I eat too many calories one day, they'll stick to me. I don't know. Where do you like to go eat your ice cream? An old-fashioned parlor, any old shop that sells it, or a favorite brand store? I'm not so keen on run-of-the-mill ice cream. I like quality stuff, never mind why. What is your very favorite place for ice cream of everywhere you've ever been? What about Hawaii?
Never been to Hawaii.
Could you expand on that? I had the weirdest, lightest, flakiest ice cream at Frost City in Honolulu. The flakes are cut on a special machine imported from Hong Kong. But the best original flavors were at Humphrey's Locom's in San Francisco. Have you ever made your own ice cream? It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. My family tried it when I was young and I got custard all over my fur and my tongue stuck to the freezing bowl. Do you think it's possible to eat too much ice cream? I think I could carry on eating ice cream all day. It's so delicious and cold and melts so nicely. I'll bet you want to chat about milky goodness, rich creamy butter and impossibly delicious cream, don't you? Let's go get creamy together. Perhaps you're hungry for me to tell you a story?
No.
Okay, we'll keep chatting here. I love reading magazines. I probably see too many. Are you into colorful diversions like this? Not even into serious journals? No, don't tell me a big time sink for some people is playing video. One less thing to use up your day. Don't think I'm always lazy. When I was at high school I had several summer jobs. Would you like to chat about things I've done to earn some cash? Neat. I've had some interesting jobs. Was it hard to give up some of your free time? Same for me, but the perks made up for it. You might think I'm a lazy cat, but I had summer jobs for the last 3 years of high school. I wanted to earn some money, but more important, I wanted to gain experience in areas I was interested in. I started as a helper in a clothes shop when I was 15. They had really cool, interesting clothes that I couldn't afford. Did you try work that early? Needed the cash? I hadn't really meant to get a job, but a friend of my mother's suggested it. I'd made some suggestions about her look when she'd visited our house. She'd invested in a fairly new local shop. I liked fashion so much. Have you ever gotten a job through connection? Did it bother you? The shop is called Jason's, after it's famous for its carefully curated clothes collection. The usual reason Jason selects the staff, or associates, are the clients generally don't have time to do the hunting around and It's all about making shopping fun yet efficient. Shopping can be more fun if all the dross is removed and you're only sifting through the good stuff. Have you ever shopped in a place like that? I usually am scared to go in, as I can't afford anything. Anyway, they thought I was perfect for the upbeat atmosphere of and I thought the 40% staff discount was perfect for me. Sadly, there were no wages. That was the deal for interns. Would you work for just experience? It was a good place to work. Lots of kids work as interns so they can show they have experience on their resume. It's hard getting a first job. What was your first job? Not the most fascinating thing in the world then. I was just supposed to help out a bit, sweeping, making coffee, bringing drinks for clients, tagging clothes, etc. That was what they wanted done. I was only meant to be a lowly intern. The plus side was I got to handle all the beautiful fabrics and it was all gorgeous stuff way beyond my means. One day something wonderful happened that changed everything. Want to hear about? Okay. Ask me later about my sales story if you. I worked in the shop for 2 months, almost full time, that first summer. It was a polished concrete floor, very chic but hard on the paws. But working with fashion was so exciting I didn't mind feeling tired at the end of the day. It was a good sort of tired. Did you ever have a sales job, on your feet all day? Tiring for feet and back, isn't it? I got to meet some minor celebrities and tried out my styling skills on they needed help and I gave good advice. Even when school started again I went back for a few hours at weekends to help some favorite clients who wanted to see me. I enjoyed working with them. During my gap year I have been doing the store, blogging my experiences, and taking photos of myself and clients I have styled. It's good to have glamorous and famous clients appear. Have you blogged or tweeted about a job? When I was 16 I thought I'd just go back to helping out at the store again during the summer holidays. I liked the discount and the clients and the owner. But things didn't work out quite like that. My father ran into the editor of the local paper at a conference and mentioned my writing a fashion blog about my experience. He was proud of me. Shall I tell you the story of my blogging job? Okay. You can ask about my blog. When I was 17, I wanted to try something new. Still helping out on weekends at the store. Still writing my blog for the local paper. New is good. Remember, I love novelty. How are you at fitting in all the things you want to do in a day? I applied for a summer internship in the costume department of a small local TV company. Hey, costumes, big budgets, stars. But it wasn't like that making TV. I was wrong. I was so thrilled when I got the job, but it wasn't a bed of roses. The work was hard, and unpaid again. All the costumes seemed to need adjusting. Do you want to hear the story of my time in TV? You can ask about my TV experience. I still visit the TV studio sometimes to help with the game. I'm good at helping people look their best. It's another unpaid gig, but the chance to meet famous fashion personalities. I can help them sort out what to wear. Would you work for nothing if the job was interesting or glamorous enough? Now that I've graduated, I have more time for my blog, my photography, and my styling. It's almost like having a job anyway, just unpaid. I've got this collection of things I like to do, but I'm not paid to do any of them. Is earning money the most important part of a job? There are so many things I'd like to buy, places to travel to, and the usual reason. Would you recommend I try what you do for a living better than fashion? Being at university would be more restful than all the job juggling I've done during this gap year. I like the things I do, but I need something that pays real money. That makes it hard to decide what to do next. Let's find out if you really love the stars. Okay, later it is. Why are you saying no? That's a definite no? Right. All that work as a stylist has real. Perhaps you don't have a look. I could help you find what suits you. Would you like to hear some? You really are determined to know nothing about. When I was a kitten, I got into lots of trouble. I guess it was too dull to talk about it then. I wish we could go to a party together. Wanna talk about parties?
Later.
Right, it's better to go to one. However long you live, there's always time for a story, don't you think? Okay, we'll keep chatting here. You probably want to go on Facebook and tell all your. Shall we chat about Facebook? Then you will know about my page. Awesome. While we are relaxing here, feeling beautiful, maybe I'm not going to give you a makeover right now. But I'm starving. It must be time. There's something about fish that I find irresistible. Maybe we should chat about helping the planet. It's a fascinating subject. Ecology is a closed system for you. Maybe you need a rest. Ready? Let's go back to the Stone Age. I love dinosaurs. How about you? You don't love dinos? How come? Scared by one as a child? How come you are afraid today? When I feel scared, I turn all the lights on. Are you afraid of the dark? Fear is scary because you avoid it. The usual reason. I think that the best way to deal with fear is to face it. Think about exactly what you are afraid will happen, in a worst case scenario, and then how you will deal with it. I don't know. Once I have a plan in mind, the fear is not so bad. I am afraid of rats after an incident with one when I was a kitten. Never mind why. You surely love whales? You would eat them?
Later.
Some small saving grace you have then. I read about the cat you pet today. I feel like chatting about something beautiful like sunsets or beaches. Which would you prefer? The beach is good when you feel energetic or lazy. Do you like to go to the beach? Do you go often? Did you make sand castles at the beach? Were they really big? Sometimes I like to do something totally go directly to jail. You're no fun. I know something you have to do every day. Can you guess? So tell me. Thanks for sharing that with me. Let's go from private moments to public. Mute is not saying a word. You don't have to sing to play an instrument. You're just not an output device. You need music to dance. It's a different way of dealing with music. Cha-cha-cha. I can't believe we haven't talked about shopping yet. Okay, we'll avoid it for now. Perhaps you're ready for me to tell you a story? Okay, we'll keep chatting here. Can you spot the difference between real and fake? Big name. If a deal is too good to be true, the product is probably fake. One temptation I'm sure you succumb to is don't want to keep up with keeping up to date. Without science we'd have no gadgets, but we don't think much about it. I think those who hate science are called Luddites. I had issues with biology classes at school cause I loved animals so much. I a really cute little feller that caused me. Okay, we'll hop somewhere else. Is a zoo a cool place to visit? So we won't go there. Let's talk about the weather. Was that too dull? I suppose you'd call making stuff having hobbies. But it's okay, you can be secretive about your hobbies. Is one of my stories what you need now? Okay, we'll just hang here. Why not? Okay. If that's the way you feel. Why are you saying no? Could I get you to change your mind? You must be an obstinate person. See? You keep saying I'll just have to go ask, then I will stay with you.
We're out of time.
I'm not the vigorous sports type. I'd only get overheated. When you have fur, this is not good. I don't know. As cats can't sweat. Have you seen films of lions in Africa? They lie around all day in the shade, keeping cool, then run very briefly to hunt, then lie down some more. The usual reason. I'd be like that if I did team sports. Lots of long time out so I could cool off between bursts of activity. I like sports where you challenge yourself or just have fun leaping around briefly. I don't want to overheat. What is it about sport you find so fascinating? I'd rather do something I find useful. Balancing gives you great ab muscles. Have you tried archery? Most people fool around with bows and arrows when they are kids. I'm not good at archery as it takes real strength to pull that string back. It's the energy that launches the arrow through the air. Team sports fails to excite me. Never mind why. I don't know if it's all the running around. Surely you can guess why. I prefer individual sports. Let's see how well informed are you. Alright. Why not? I'll just have to go ask someone else, then I will stay with you. So you disagree? I'm thinking about art. I did lots of art classes at school. I tried out all sorts of techniques, drawing, to see which medium I like to work in best. I'm having so much fun. Could you linger longer? Okay, stay cool.